Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be playing with the brand new Huda Beauty #Bomb Brows brow pencil. I'm really excited to play with this because it's like the smallest applicator possible. Apparently it's a 0.9mm tip, which is supposedly a lot smaller than a lot of other brow pencils. And when you have sparse brows like me that are very light, I feel like the thinner the tip, the better, just because you can get in, smaller areas better and get more hair-like strokes. So I'm super excited to play with this. I haven't heard too much about it. I haven't seen anybody review it yet, so I'm not sure how it's going to work, what it's going to feel like. So we're gonna sit and find out today. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to. Click the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload, and check out my social media links. They are on the page as well as down below in the description bar. Let's jump right into the video, guys. All right, so I have zoomed you guys in all the way. On Sephora's website, it says here that this retails for $17, which I don't think is a bad price for a high-end brow pencil. I've definitely seen them go for a lot higher, so $17 is nice. There are 8 shades, which is also nice too. And what I noticed was I normally will get taupe in all my brow shades. Every color, it's always taupe. But this brand, this line did not have a taupe color. So I got the shade Neutral Blonde. That was the closest to a taupe color I could find. And it is the third darkest color. And it's for blonde hair with a mix of cool and warm undertones. So that's the shade I got, but there are 8 shades. So it does range from, you have a light brown shade, you have a warm blonde shade, which I believe is the lightest shade. You have the neutral blonde shade, which I picked up. You have a caramel blonde, that's for more red hair or dark blonde hair with warm undertones. You have a medium brown color, which is for neutral brown hair, and it has cool and warm undertones. You have a rich brown color that is for dark brown hair with warm undertones. You have a black brown color that is for black hair with warm undertones. And you have a soft black shade as well, which is black hair with cool undertones. I do like that you have a lot of options there. It has almost 5 stars, 150 reviews, so that's good. And the description of it is, it's an ultra fine retractable brow pencil to define, shape, and fill brows. Twist until product is just visible, and use tiny hair-like strokes to get microblade worthy results. Cruelty free and vegan as well. And it looks like here it has a blend of vitamin E, castor oil, and coconut oil to create soft hair-like strokes for easy building and blending. And it's also waterproof, smudge proof, and transfer proof, which is great. I don't know that I've seen an eyebrow product that has those 3 claims, so that is good, especially in the summertime when it's super hot out and you're just out in the sun. So yeah, on Huda's page it said that it was a 0.9mm tip, and if we compare that to some other pencils, I'm hoping, like, you can see that it's pretty small. I'm going to compare it to some of my other brow pencils in this video. All right, so I went ahead and opened the package. I've been getting a little bit more interested in brow products and doing my brows and so forth. If you've watched some of my past videos, you would know I've been talking about how I'm really trying to get into brows and starting to like them a little bit. But here is the packaging. It comes in this nice silver reflective packaging, and it has Huda Beauty on the side here. On one end you do get a spoolie, which is absolutely a must for me. I probably won't really, I can't say I've really bought any brow products without a spoolie. I tend to go towards ones that have a spoolie because it's just convenient. And then if we look at the tip side here, you can see that is the tiniest tip I have ever seen for brows. Like, look how small that is. That's super skinny. I'm gonna compare it to 3 of my favorite brow pencils. The Sephora one I use pretty much all the time on my channel, but you can definitely tell the difference between the 2. You can see the Sephora one is very, very thick, and the Huda Beauty one is super skinny, which I like. I think though with the Huda one, you have to be careful because since it's so thin, it will break. So you're gonna have to watch how much product you have spun up, just so that way it doesn't break, because if you push too hard, it's just gonna fall off. Here we have the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. Again, you can see that the brow pencil is a lot thicker than the Huda Beauty one, which I think that for the skinnier one, the Huda Beauty one, I think that it would be easier to kind of get in between the hairs. That's kind of my first impression, and my first thought was like, it should be easier to create hairs in the front of the brow since it's not as thick. And I really like this e.l.f. brow pencil, but this is super thick. This is the thickest eyebrow pencil that I have ever used, and I can't spin it up anymore because that's literally all I have left of the product. But you can see these two side by side. The Huda Beauty one is super, super thin. So let's go in and try to play with this. I've been seeing this online where people are brushing their hairs down first to line the top of the brow. So we will do that. And I'm gonna lower this, and I'm just going to barely have any of the tip out. I'll show you. Like, I just barely have that over the edge just because I don't want to accidentally break the tip. So we're gonna go ahead and fill in the top of the brow. I do have to push a little bit to kind of get the product up, but maybe once the product kind of gets warm with touching the skin, it will apply a little easier. And then I've been seeing people brush the brow hairs up and then go underneath. I don't know that I consider this a taupe shade. When I think of taupe, I think of more like a very cool toned, dark, dirty blonde type of color, if that makes sense. But this kind of, to me, looks more like a very, very light brown. But I'm gonna go ahead and fill in the brow. It doesn't feel waxy, which is somewhat good. I don't really like brow products that feel too waxy. Sometimes they can be hard to work with. I think the color is applying nice. It's not taking too much effort, but I do think you have to push a little bit to kind of get the product to show up. And that could just be because the tip is, again, super small. But overall, I don't mind it. I prefer a smaller tip. I just think it's easier to get into areas that a thicker tip can't. Like sometimes, you know those brow products that have, they're like a triangle applicator, like an angled, that almost looks like a triangle applicator. I don't like those because I just find them to be way too thick, especially when you're trying to outline the outside edges of your brow. It can really just mess it up, at least for me, because I don't have thick brows. So I definitely prefer something that is small. What do we think? Here is one brow. I don't think it looks bad, honestly. I think it performed just like any other brow pencil. I don't think that it, made my brows look any more better than any other brow pencil either, but again, I do like that it has that thin tip for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow. Does anybody else do this method where you brush your brow hairs down? I don't know why, I've just been recently seeing that online, and I don't know if it actually does anything or helps. So if you guys have seen this or you do it, let me know in the comments below. And does it help you? Gonna brush the brow hairs up so we can outline the bottom. And then we are gonna go in and start filling in the brow. I wouldn't say that this is quicker than using a different brow pencil, but I also don't think it takes more time to fill in your brows using this because the pencil is smaller. I definitely think if you use more of a brow definer type of pencil that has that triangle, really thick applicator, you can fill more area quickly. And with this you can't, obviously, but I don't think it's adding any time to filling in my brows, if that makes sense. I think that this is not going to make your brow routine even longer. I think it's filling in the brows really good. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. You just have to really be careful because I'm only putting the smallest amount of application of the color here, the pencil, out of the tip. I have to keep twisting the tip up to get more product, but that's just because I don't want it to break. I think that's going to be your only downfall with this pencil, is just making sure you don't break the tip because it is super small and it is really fragile. So here is the second brow. What do we think? I like it. I don't know. Does this look like a taupe color to you guys? Maybe it is, and maybe it's just in my head. Okay, maybe it's a little bit of a taupe color. I don't know why I thought the color would be a little more cool tone, but I do like that it has warm and cool tones, and I like that she put that in her description because with brow products, I don't believe I've ever seen shade colors where somebody states, like the company states, like what undertone they are. I've only ever seen just, the traditional shade names, not the undertones as well. So I really do like that she included the undertones as well. And I like, because like this one has a warm and a cool undertone, which is really nice. I think if there was one that was light enough that had just a cool undertone, I probably would have chose that one. But honestly, I don't think this looks bad at all. One thing I want to add real quick about the packaging is when you take the lid off, the lid has like a triangle shape to it, if you guys can see that. So when you go to apply both lids and you go to put them back on, you have to make sure that it lines up right, because if it doesn't, you're just going to be doing this and trying to get the product back in. So you do have to make sure that it lines up correctly. It's not like the regular pencil where you can just put the lid back on. So I just wanted to point that out as well. I'm gonna go in and set the brows. I've actually really been loving the Anastasia Brow Freeze, you guys. This stuff is so good. If you haven't tried it, I definitely recommend it. You know, if you are into filling in your brows and you're on the market for a new brow product, I definitely recommend this. It literally holds your brows in place all day and they are not moving. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my spoolie. Yes, my spoolie is disgusting. I know, I need to clean it, and I'm going to clean it after this video, but we're just gonna brush the brow hairs up. And this brow wax, it's not going to disrupt the color of your brows or like make your brows a different color after you just went in and filled them. It's going to keep that color. You can see it really just lays the brows down super flat. And it doesn't feel as heavy as if you would go in with a hair gel. Those can feel super heavy sometimes. All right, so here are the brows. This is pretty much it for the video, you guys. It's definitely a shorter video just because I only had the brow product to review, but what do you guys think? I think the brows look really, really good. Again, I'm not mad at the brow product. I really like it, and I probably will use it in more of my videos. I'll probably use it to replace my other brow products that I've been using just because of the skinny tip. Literally, that's the only reason I bought this, was because of the applicator size. I've always wanted a brow pencil where the applicator was super, super small, and I just can't seem to find that anywhere. And when I saw this come out and Huda said that apparently 0.9 millimeters is the smallest you can do, I knew I wanted to get it just to try it out, and I'm not mad at it. I think it looks really good in the brows. The color's okay. Like I said, I thought it would be a little more cool tone, but it's okay. It's not bad. And I like that she included the undertones, which is cool because I have never seen a company do that. And honestly, for $17, I don't think that's a bad price. I've definitely seen brow products that are definitely a lot more than $17. So the fact that you can get this under $20 is great as well. I think that if you have really sparse brows, you're really gonna like it. I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like with a skinnier tip, and if you have bald spots in your brows, you can really just go in there and add as many hair-like strokes that you want. Whereas with a really thick applicator, if you just take a thick applicator and you just swipe up with it, it's not gonna look like a hair-like stroke because the line is going to be so thick. And I truly, I struggle with that sometimes. So it's the tip for me, okay? I really like this and I'm going to continue using it for sure. And if you do purchase it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you like it? Do you hate it? It has good reviews so far. I know it only has 150 reviews, but it literally almost has 5 stars. So from just me guessing, I'm assuming other people are really enjoying the product. So if you are on the market for a new brow product, I say pick it up, try it. If you don't like it, you can always return it. All right, guys, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, please consider subscribing, turn your notification bell on so you are notified every time I post, and check out my social media links. They are down in the description bar. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.